Yeah, David Dread of Steel Pulse, and I'm saying hail to Lion Voice because it's time that the lion have its voice, have its own story. Says I'm stepping out here. Hear me now. Yeah, the lion's voice. Raw.
The fittest of the fittest shall survive. My people, open your eyes. Wake up. Blessed love, this is Queen Omega representing for all lions and lionesses. With the lion's voice, we come to tell our story. Rastafari, live it. Hey, the lion's voice. Rastafari.
Yes.
I am now having like a team, a musical family around who sees the vision, understand it, and helping push it for it to come into fruition. Because we have so much different things to do than music. Music is just it's like the first thing. And from music, we're going to start building. Because I haven't even touched Africa yet, you know. I feel good to be part of the Empress Men in Rising because now is the time for whatever the man could do or didn't do or would do or shouldn't do. We are here. We are here. There is a part in the scripture, the Almighty said, if man doesn't want to praise him, he would put bread into stone.
Yeah, right.
It's a parable.
Yes.
Meaning to say that the works must be done.
Yes.
And if somehow during time, we could see that the man get weary. We understand what takes place with our brothers. That's how we talk as Rastafari empresses. We understand what takes place with the brother.
Okay.
Right? It mash we up. We understand. But here we are now to take somebody's slack, to take somebody's weight so that our children would not suffer.
Yes.
Because we need to teach them. If the man can't do it or he didn't do it or he couldn't do it for whatever reason, here we are. And that's the place that the woman is taking right now. We're not making no more excuses and we're not blaming no one. We're not doing the blame game. Because it's the first time in the history of music, especially in dancehall, that they're actually making a dubplate, a song, like an official song.
Yes, yes.
And that is because of the millions and millions of views, you know?
On multiple platforms, because I track them type of things. It's not just one platform gone in at the millions. It's more.
No, it's shared a lot of times, and it was reviewed by many different people all over the world. So it's just a normal dub session off of my tour, linking up with him, doing the session, and he requested that I would have done No Love, which is his song on his label. And I was like, no problem, I can do that. And he requested it with the hip hop to Dr. Dre rhythm. He said, I feel like you can do it on the rhythm. I'm like, you sure, right? I'll slew that rhythm. And it was so natural. I went to the studio, I did it, and it was done. It was history.
Well, Lion Voice, tell them that's the people first choice. Lion Voice, make the lioness them feel nice. Lion Voice, with the lion cubs we sacrifice. Lion Voice, got to show the people them the life. Lion Voice. Yeah. And it's last said the first of the Almighty. Well, there are set thrones of judgment to judgment. Thrones of the house of the great King David. And I shall pray for the peace of Ethiopia and Africa. Yeah. Well, every night, argument, morning come. Sorry about an argument. No make your heart get hard like some sweat cement. Black woman got to exercise patience. Every night, argument, morning come. Sorry about an argument. No make your heart get hard like some sweat cement. Black man got to exercise patience. Got to change the frequency. Seems like we disagree frequently. Mama shopping spree interfere with school fee. Daddy they a dance a floss for Hennessy. Every night them fight mostly over money. Who gonna stand up fight for the family? I see might of the Trinity. Come with this queen with a baby in her belly. Still every night argument. Morning come. Sorry about a argument. Now make your heart get hard like some sexy men. Black woman got to exercise patience.
Greetings in that divine name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I. Glory and honor in the name of His chosen Queen, Empress Waziri Menen. My name is Kwasi Bansu, aka Dejazmatch Kwasi, aka Ras Kwasi, aka the Reading Ras, aka the Panafrican Happy Man, creative industry attorney. I'm an artist, I'm an author, I'm an actionist, and right now I am the host of Lion Talk. Welcome to the Lion Voice Network, and welcome to Lion Talk, where we are reasoning with the frontline workers in the vineyard, Rastafari, and the Pan-African movement. We have an extra special guest tonight. Today, whenever they are watching this video, we have one of the artists that has maintained the integrity of this trad, and these are the artists that I personally love. Viral video, mash up the whole creation. I was doing my research and the amount of millions when I buck up on family.
Jump on them off, you fall, little lion say you got to really deal in righteousness. Equality for the people wants peace and justice. Freedom of choices and the right to take a stand against the great deception played upon the nation. Me no need no glasses to see that them no care. Them what we kill we a mission and spoil we career. Look how them poison the atmosphere with all them hatred and greed, injustice and fear. Cause them got no love, no love, no love in them heart. We see them gone, no love in this world. Many lose them soul under mind control. Them jump on and got no love, no love, no love in them hearts. Me see them gone, no love at all. Little lion song rules over all and all and all. Yeah, happy stand tall. Wicked song happy fall. You know I tell them.
Are those millions? This daughter look like she deal with plenty, you know. So we're gonna talk to one of our family. Why, you know, and I them know I have a background in music business and I know a lot of artists, but why I wanted to reason with this sister is because she is on the ground with the community. She's working with the sister in them in Trinidad. She's doing what she's singing about, you know, there's congruence between the message and the levity. So it's one of our examples. The item knows that I'm on long-winded. So just please help I to welcome Lion Pride family. Queen Omega, welcome my sister. I see she at work. Same time.
Greetings, blessed love, greetings. Nice to be here with the eye. Nice to be here with everyone tuning in, you know.
Give thanks. And I have to be careful because I'm just meeting the sister, but because I've been doing my research, I feel like I know the eye for so long, you know what I mean? I'm watching the videos them and, you know what I mean? So forgive I if I come off as, you know the eye long time. But I
natural, man.
Yeah, man, natural. I wanted to just ask the eye to just let the family know where the eye was born and the eye journey to Rastafari.
Well, I am hailing from South Trinidad, which is the city of San Fernando, you know. Still reside, you know, born, grew, and still live in South San Fernando, you know, and just a humble little city, you know, a place full of talent. And from what I know, a lot of artists and a lot of musicians and creative energies come out of San Fernando, you know. It's a very small city, but a lot of big vibes. And I grew up in a humble home with 4 brothers, no sisters. So I always was that go-to, you know. I always had that nurturing, mothering, caring spirit. Growing up with my brothers, I remember I always had to be the one cooking and cleaning, you know, normal stuff that you would expect
Yes.
from your daughter. And my parents always told me, you know, for some reason or the other, they always told me that I was special, you know, being the only girl amongst those four boys. And I just come right in the middle as well. It's two boys, then myself, and two boys. So, you know, I always had that high self-esteem, you know, knowing that, listen, I'm a queen and, you know, I have a purpose, you know. I always had that feeling on the inside of me from very, very young. You know? And my parents kind of helped nurture that because my birth name, my home name was Queenie.
Okay.
Everyone called me Queenie from since I was big. And I grew up, you know, everyone calling me Queenie, my aunts, my uncles, everyone, Queenie, Queenie. And there was a certain time, you know, well, of course, I grew up in a Christian home. I didn't go to church as often. I never really liked church. Sometimes I feel ashamed to say it, but it's the truth. I never really liked the church thing, but I grew up in a Christian home, and my mom and dad always, you know, calling us for reverence, like 6 o'clock in the evening. It was like a routine thing. And every 6 o'clock we would gather. And as small as we were, he would encourage us to say our prayers, you know.
Yes.
And if we don't say anything, he used to say things like, you can't say nothing to God, you can't say one thing for God. So it always struck with me, you know, that you can't be ashamed, you know, you must be ready, and, you know, you must be able to say something. And he always used to say, the Creator, you didn't want to wake up this morning. The very reason why you're alive this morning, God wake you up. So he always encouraged that spiritual. He helped nurture my spirituality. I wouldn't lie, my parents helped nurture that, and my mom used to, you know, like, put me to talk and they let me know who I am, and, you know, try and instill good values being the mom, and me being the only girl. She would put me down, let's have our mother-daughter talk, and I always cherish those moments because all those things have kind of like helped me understand who I am growing up, you know. Now, what I was born to do, I was born with the voice as well. I was born with this voice. So
and we're gonna get into that because you have an incredible range. You know, you can DJ with the best of them, and then you can go into some soft melodic type of, you know, high pitch, low pitch. You know, I sing all through every key. Like you never see a key where you don't love. You know what I mean? And I really love how I administrate. So so as a little girl, you're talking about you're in the home. Were you reading the Bible, or were you just following your parents? Were you actually in the Word reading the scripture?
Yeah, when there was a time when I really started getting into the scripture, you know, because as I said before, I didn't really like church. I wasn't a church person.
Yes.
I remember a few times my mom would go, and the few times that I would go with her, I felt so out of place, you know, like I love the Almighty, but something not right. My spirit don't feel comfortable. It's not aligning something. And I started, you know, getting into the scriptures because, as I said before, the love that I had for the Almighty, because my parents always taught me that, you know, I must give reverence regardless, you know. They have a power. There is a God. My dad used to say, how people could say they don't have a God. Look at evidence, it have a God. So he was always like that, and I was always like, okay, I need to know who's this God, because if you're always talking about this God so much,
yes.
So I need to know who's this spirit, who is this being, who is this entity, and I start getting into the scriptures.
Okay.
Start reading Psalms.
Okay, and then the poetry of King David, you know, because when you read Psalms, you know, enough people burn the Bible. I don't burn the Bible because His Majesty glorifying the Bible.
You don't have any understanding, you can't burn the Bible. Then burn all books then.
So, you know, but when you read Psalm, when you really get into the mastery of the Psalms, and, you know, you learn a lot about humility, you know, and pouring out of emotion, you know, because I'm really bare His soul in the Psalms. Was that an influence on the eye? Because you're a master songwriter as well. So I want to know if you... What do you mean? Oh, you're humble. You're humble for me today. Okay. I like it.
I've never saw myself, and I would take that as a really big compliment, but I have never really see myself, I never really see myself like a big, like a master songwriter. More or less, I know I can write, but thanks for that.
No.
And maybe, yes, I would not deny that perhaps Psalms had a lot to do with that because I love me some Psalms, I love the Psalms. I love, and I understand that Psalms are songs as well,
Yes.
actually hymns. And then I get into the Proverbs, into the Ecclesiastes. And then after those books, I'm like, you know what, I just want to read this book.
Yes.
So I started from Genesis straight. I've never really finished it from Genesis to Revelation like I should. I always stop like somewhere. Yes. I stopped Second Kings. I always get distracted. But I've read Revelation. I've read books on its own, but I'm talking about reading it like a real, like how I read a book. Like
that's how I read it. I read it that way, and it really takes you on a journey.
Yes.
But it took me a long time to get through Ezekiel and them spaceship vibration. Yeah.
I remember those days, and those days is when, a lot of my mind, my perception, a lot of things was happening to me that I couldn't explain. And when I was reading the scripture, I get to love it so much that my mom started seeing, little changes, and I started to really pray and ask for truth, because by that time I was a teenager, I was about 16 years, and I just wanted to, live that life that I know I'm supposed to live, and that's when I really start seeking and searching and asking questions, and sometimes nobody can answer because, we all confused in some way or the other. And I remember a good brethren of mine came early one morning with some documents about His Majesty and things. But before that, I could remember going to school and,
yes,
everybody talking about Rastafari.
Okay, so you're seeing it around the place.
Yeah, like, who's this Selassie boy? Selassie is not a go there, Selassie is not a go there. I don't know what they're talking about. But a good man, he sounded like a good man.
Yes.
And I started to seek and search and ask questions, and I get to love, just the fact that His Majesty was a black man and, crown king of kings, African king. It's really struck me, and he has his empress and they were crowned together and coronated. I was like, what? What are you telling me? So wait. I said, right, no wonder why. I just fell in love with the teachings of His Majesty, the divinity, the royalty, Just reminding myself of who I am as an African woman. It was just like perfect. So I was like, okay then. I'm not a Christian, I'm a Rasta woman.
Stick a pin. What year are we talking about? Because we want to set the timeline.
All right. Let's see. That's me. Yeah, 1997, 1998, somewhere around there, man.
Okay. And that this is musically also the rise of Sizzla Kalonji, of Capleton. This is when Richie Spice, this is a whole revolution.
This is when conscious music was the forerunning music.
Yes.
That's when you used to hear, that's all you would hear on the radio. That was all. That was all you would hear. Right? That was trending. If that's the right word to use.
Exactly.
That is when conscious music was trending. Everyone was listening to it. And it was in the atmosphere. I'm talking about in school. We were in school. I remember in school, they used to have gatherings, and I always used to want to know what these gatherings are about. But I never go because I never like the crowd, because I know once there's crowd, there's trouble,
Yeah.
So I never went, but one day out of curiosity, I say, because the crowd keep getting bigger and bigger. And I'm like, what them gathering? What them doing? What I'm talking about? And I went and I heard the discussion. It was about Selassie and Jesus. And so it was very, very interesting because, it's, youth being awakened. And to be at that age and having them kind of discussion, it was edifying. And I was like, okay. No wonder why it's this big gathering. It's a church going on here. It's a church.
Yes. And
yeah,
now
so
this...
every lunchtime, they would gather. We would have our gathering.
Okay.
And that's when the movement started. And I start buying His Majesty badges and with markers and things. And the youths, them, at the time, the youths, them wearing them guidance and wearing them markers, Gabi, and them saying blessed love. And that's where I came from, that type of school.
Yeah. And it's Selassie the First, the Almighty. Well, there are set thrones of judgment to judgment. Thrones of the house of the great King David. And I shall pray for the peace of Ethiopia and Africa. Yeah. Well, every night, argument, morning come. Sorry about how hard you went. No make your heart get hard like some sweaty men. Black woman got to exercise patience. Every night, argument, morning come. Sorry about how hard you went. No make your heart get hard like some sexy men. Black man got to exercise patience. Got to change the frequency. Seems like we disagree frequently. Mama shopping spree interfere with school fee. Daddy they a dance a floss for Hennessy. Every night them fight mostly over money. Who gonna stand up fight for the family? Haile Selassie, might of the Trinity. Come with this queen with a baby in her belly. Still every night argument, morning come. Sorry about how hard you went. Now make your heart get hard like some sexy men. Black woman got to exercise patience. Every night argument, morning come. Sorry about how hard you went. Now make your heart get hard like some sexy men. Black man got to exercise patience. There's no need to raise your voice. Let's live in a one harmony. Together we can make that choice to live as one family. And please don't disturb the children's sleep. Be careful what you say, remember words cut deep. Sometimes it's better if you just sit in silence. Time to end this cycle of violence. Well then.